etched, engraved, and gilded. There is symbolism here. There is all sorts of things that are just screaming to be unlocked. You might need we might need to do some modification.
I'll just go on a diet.
You know, why this isn't in a museum right now is beyond me. This is like, holy crap. Welcome to another episode of History Roundtable. We're here with Bob and Scott, and unfortunately, Josh is out sick. Get well, buddy. Well, what's in front of us today? We're going to get right to it. This is one of the finest quality and condition 17th, actually early 16th century breastplates I've ever seen.
16th century.
This is, and again, I'm still researching this, but this screams, you know, German town guard, even the higher royal guard, because of what this is and the quality of work. It's one thing to come across a basic breastplate of the 16th or 17th century. Then it ratchets up in quality, where sometimes the German armor is known as black and white. You have blackened sections and then more white polished steel and iron. Then you get a higher grade than that, which is etched, where they would place, you know, simple, I mean, everybody had a different way of doing it, but the simple way of explaining it is when you're going to acid etch something, you cover it with a wax, then you take an implement to remove the wax of the design that you want. Then you add the acid. The acid is only going to penetrate the metal where the wax is not. Make sense? Mm-hmm. So when you zoom in on this and look at the quality of the acid etching and then the engraving, and then on top of that, you have gold. It's gilded. So you have not only black and white, etched, engraved, and gilded. So this is like, holy crap. You know, why this isn't in a museum right now is beyond me. And we're sitting here and examining this. But there, once you start really looking at this and the different things that it is portraying, there is symbolism here. There is all sorts of things that are just screaming to be unlocked. And especially down here. And Tony's going to get some great, you know, close-in shots. But there's a pyramid down here, flanked by two trees. Are those the trees of life? Are those, you know, all these symbolic things are embedded in the design on this breastplate. And it's baffling to me because, again, I love mysteries and I love investigating as an archaeologist. What the hell are we looking at?
What the heck is that? Like a flying monkey?
I was going to say like maybe a cherub or something, but it's got weird feet on it.
It's the ugliest cherub I've ever seen.
So you've got humans, you've got kind of humanoid, you've got futuristic or mythological, you've got symbolism. It's like I always say, if an object like this had a voice, what the hell would it say? So it doesn't have a voice, so we have to give it one. So I have been looking at the designs on this. It's fascinating. And I have never seen another one. So what do we really got here? And again, I'm going to hold this up so you can really see it.
The quality of the artistry is astonishing. Just beyond comprehension that they could do that 500 years ago.
It is just baffling to me. And you can even see, you know, where they were doing the reverse part of it. You can see the details showing through when they were hand hammering it. But this is one of the highest quality armor elements of that period that I've ever seen, you know, outside of a museum.
I mean, it's just the amount of time it took to make it.
Well, and let's be clear, this was worn by probably the palace guards to the king. And these were never intended to go out into battle. This is to just show high rank and wealth.
Where did you get this at?
I bought it at an auction. This was in the 90s.
Wow.
And it's a head scratcher. It always has been. So I just thought, you know what? maybe there's another one out there. And somebody who sees this can go, hey, or even better yet, the perfect scenario, a museum curator in Vienna or whatever goes, hey, we got one of those.
Right.
And this is all the story behind it. This is who even made it. But I haven't gotten there yet.
Right.
Isn't that so cool?
Let me see here.
Little. You might need we might need to do some modification.
I'll just go on a diet. Do they have baseball back then?
Yeah, right. For the umpire,
the royal umpire.
Well, I noticed a lot of period pieces like that from back then. It's a lot smaller, so I wonder if the men were smaller in stature.
This particular one, he must have been a pretty big dude.
I'm bigger than most guys back then because the average was maybe 5'4".
Yeah.
If you were above 6 foot,
This was a big boy.
this is tight on me. So, and again, let's be clear. You're not just throwing metal onto your skin. There were padding in between, for all these things, and the helmets. It's not like they just put a beer can on their head. They had padding and all this stuff. But then you also have to think about all that layer of padding. Really, that stuff wasn't breathing.
Right.
So think about the temperatures. If you were in a hot, humid environment and then you're wearing all this padding and then a beer can on top of that, you're just a walking oven.
Right.
What do you reckon that weighs?
I don't know. What do you think? 5 pounds? 7 pounds?
That's 10, 15, I thought.
10?
Yeah, 8 to 10 maybe.
Okay. So
That's
the Tower of London has done studies with full suits of armor. And they actually provided one of the real ones and a guy dressed up in it just to see, because it's all articulated, the range of motion. It was baffling because it was like the full suit was 85 pounds this guy was wearing. He could do cartwheels in it. Think about that.
Wow.
You're wearing almost another human being on you, and you have the range of motion to do cartwheels. You got to know, they had this dialed in.
Is it true that knights would wear their armor just to stay comfortable in it? And they weren't going into battle and they weren't going into a tournament, but they wanted to stay up to speed on...
I can't speak for them directly. I just look at it common sense. If that is part of your kit on a daily basis, you're a knight. This is what you do. Is you're to fight.
I just can't believe the detail on this.
It's baffling.
It's just unbelievable, as Dan Aykroyd would say.
But think about the rest of it in its entirety: the matching helmet, the backplate, the greaves, the tassets, all that stuff in all homogeneous matching decoration.
Like this fella back here.
Right.
Yeah.
And how that looked when it was all new. How shiny it was.
Right.
Right.
Now, when I say, this probably dates around 1580 to 1600. That's where I put this. And it's in this condition.
Yeah, thinking that it survived that long and it's still in that great a condition, that's just crazy to think.
Now, don't you guys worry. It will be wiped down. We're handling it without white gloves, because I know we've been reading some of the comments. Why aren't you guys wearing white gloves? Well, it's because I know how to take care of this stuff. So that hopefully will answer your question. But yes, it is true. Let's address that some of these pieces should not be handled with your hands, because your hands will give off sweat, which has certain acids. And I've seen it where people made mistakes and put their fingerprints right here and walked away, came back 2 days later, here's fresh rust fingerprints.
I have some firearms in my collection that have fingerprints on them that I cannot get off.
Right.
And
you don't want to scrub too hard.
No.
So again, here's maybe a little bit of a lesson. If you're not sure, don't do it. Get to that person that really knows how to handle the situation, because people can make mistakes, and that goes with everything.
Yeah, because somebody could get that and go, oh, I'll clean that up.
Oh God, yeah.
And I'll make it shiny. I mean, they're destroying it.
Right. And the same thing when it comes to coins. People will look at a silver coin and it's tarnished. Oh, we can remove that. Oh, you don't want to do that. You just, unless you know what you're doing, leave it alone.
Yeah, anything that you think needs to be cleaned, contact an expert.
Yeah.
Before you even clean it, because I've seen so many firearms get ruined by taking them to a wire wheel.
Oh,
because it's got some rust on it. I'm going to clean that up, and they just destroy the whole thing.
yeah. And then there's no going back.
And then it has no value whatsoever.
Yeah.
They just destroyed a $1,500 firearm, and now it's worth $200.
Yeah, for parts. But so guys, again, if you like this stuff, tune in for more, because we're cleaning out the closet and we're finding some good stuff.
Want more of this before anyone else sees it? Join us on Patreon or hit the membership button below. Trust me, you want to be on the inside with exclusive episodes, early access, and bonus content. Your support is what keeps history and this channel alive.